Hey guys, so I'm back with my stream. अब आगे देखते हैं क्या होता है.
I knew it. Faulty wiring my... you know what. This was no accident. Someone started this fire and killed Mia. But why? I can't talk about that, operator. Not now. When the time is right, Hal will let you know. I'm sure. But what we're doing here, it's important. You see that, right? It matters to me. I grew to know her. Mia, I mean. With our line of work, you try not to get emotionally involved. That's what they teach you at the academy, anyway. Almost from the start. And usually, I can turn the switch off. I learned to do that. Feel nothing. But with Mia, I just never could. She wanted to be a singer, she told me. That was her dream. And I'm not exactly an expert, but she did have a good voice. Really. She was just a decent person. Wanted to find her music husband. I found something else out too. Thought she was peace. She was 3 months pregnant. The thought of her raising that child on her own, after everything that happened, she thought, and one day, she and the baby were suddenly gone. Someone killed them, Operator Tanner. Someone killed Mia and her baby. Are you still there? Oh. Anyway, thanks, Operator. Because of you, I finally have proof. Knowing Hal, well, as much as someone can know Hal, I have a feeling this won't be the last time you and me work together.
Investigator Tanner. Can I have a word? I see that you've been looking into the database entries for Mia and Sasha Cole. You want to tell me why? I see. In the future, I want you to avoid anything related to Sasha and Mia Cole. It's a closed case. A total waste of your time. And if by chance something else pops up concerning the Coles, and this is very important, you come to me right away. Understood? I'll talk to you later.
So who the hell am I talking to this time? Good. You haven't been fired. I was afraid I'd have to explain this goddamn case all over again. I went back to where Connie said she took the photo in the desert. You remember, right? Where she said this, flying saucer supposedly landed. I didn't find a flying saucer or any aliens breathing their last wheezy breaths or anything like that. But I did find something else. You could say that. You could definitely say that. I found stones. A bunch of stones lying there on the surface of the sand. I'm no geologist, but they look funny to me. Like they'd been moved. Put there for a reason, you know? So, I call it in. Because I'm sure as hell not gonna dig myself, Tanner. Not in this suit. A team arrives an hour later, and they start digging. Sure enough, under one of the stones, they find a body. Advanced state of decomp. They dig under another stone. And lo and behold, this time they find an entire skeleton. Turns out, we're standing on some sort of desert graveyard. Hard to say, but I counted more than 100 stones. If they're all grave markers, well, I'll let you do the math. Yeah, messed up, right? And judging by the size of the skeleton, it belonged to someone young, Tanner. Real young. Look, I won't beat around the bush. The medical examiner has finished a preliminary report on the skeleton, and they found what they believe is a photo of the victim in the sand, buried there by the bones. Never seen that before. Any chance you can take a look at all this and get me an ID, Tanner? Let me send you the files. Well, it's taken a while. Hard to access the satellite out here in Roswell. Dryfield. Okay. Looks like it went through. About goddamn time.
The skeleton appears to be female, estimated at 9 years of age. Starting the examination now. Initial observations show well-preserved and intact bones. No visible signs of trauma or damage. The subject is missing her left incisor. The rest of the dentition looks good. No decay or disease is present. Moving on. Here's something interesting. One of the metacarpal bones on her left hand, the metacarpal 3, has a slight curvature. You don't see that a lot. So, to summarize, the subject appears to have been a female, approximately 9 years of age,
with a missing left incisor tooth and a slight curvature in the metacarpal 3 in her left hand. Based on the level of decomposition, the body appears to have been buried for approximately 6 to 8 months. Further testing and analysis is needed to determine the cause of death.
Yeah, that looks like it could be the first name. But I'll need the last name too. I'm thorough like that. How did you find this, Tanner? Just when you think this case can't get any weirder, that's exactly what it does. But I need concrete proof it's her. Got anything else in your bag of tricks? I'll be damned. 9 years old, Tanner. Breaks your goddamn heart. What the hell is going on out here? And what's a connection to Connie? Okay, the examiner has just finished processing the second body I was telling you about. The one in the advanced state of decay. Let's see here. Adult male, early 60s. Ah, they got an ID on him. Quentin Spence. Want to see if that name is on your magical list too? So there's definitely a link. I see some of the names have been crossed out. Can you figure out what that business means? Looks to be about 100 names like that. That number matches the stones. God damn. And if I was a gambling man, I'd say the circled persons are still alive. Like our Connie. There's something else about Spence, Tanner. They found him buried in a lab coat with some, you're never gonna guess, floppy disk sewn into one of the pockets. Remember what I said about this case getting weirder and weirder? Now the second disk password protected. Open that second floppy disk and give me an address tied to Spence. Something I can look into. I'm getting a little restless with you doing all the work. The operator program. Oh, I'm sending everything your way. There you go.
Autopsy report of a male, approximately late 50s, early 60s. Initial observations show no sign of trauma or blunt force injury, similar to the first remains found. The decedent appears to be wearing some kind of lab coat. Starting the external examination now. Excellent dentition. The decedent is wearing some kind of badge. Let me put this to the side. Abdomen seems healthy, with no signs of trauma or injuries. The lab coat seems to contain a hidden pocket. There's something inside. It's sewn shut. I'll open this with my scalpel. There. There appear to be 2 floppy disks inside the pocket. Strange. In my estimate, the body has been buried for approximately 2 to 3 months, based on the level of decomposition. At this point, the cause of death is uncertain. Further testing and analysis is needed, including toxicology reports, before I can provide a conclusive determination.
The symbols and file names written on the second floppy disk look to be there for a reason, Tanner. I suggest checking those 2 files for clues about the password, focusing on the symbols. Maybe keep those 2 files open and see if you can do something with them. The key and lock icons, operator. They must be important. I suggest you combine them to reproduce the schematics on the second floppy disk. My hunch is that the content is not very important. Just the part with the icons in the 2 files mentioned, FMP 1138 and Res 2.
let it go to your operator head, but that was actually somewhat impressive, Tanner. The address you sent, it's not far from here. I'll check it out first thing in the morning. Tonight, I think I'll help the team exhume the rest of these bodies. Screw the suit. God help us, Tanner. God help every single one of us.
Look, you need to do something about it. He's poking around, asking too many questions. He's going to expose us all if you don't rein him in. Yes, his shift is over. Yes. All right. Yeah, fine. We'll talk later. Bye.
Good morning, Evan. Look, about yesterday, this business with the Cole files. Sorry if I came down on you a little hard, buddy. It's just that I know you have what it takes to rise in this place, Evan. Become a supervisor. Hell, maybe even replace me one day. But I can't protect you if you start poking around in the wrong places. Okay? Thanks. Guess the FDI's got me wound a little tight these days. Well, I'd better get back to it. You have a good one. Alright? Again, I can't tell you how happy I am to have you here at the operator program, Evan. That way, I can keep a close eye on you, can't I? Let's grab a beer later this week, alright? Once everything calms down in the madhouse. Oh, right. Well, you know my wife, Evan. She's not exactly a social butterfly, is she? Bye, pal.
Operator Tanner, that you? Tanner, did you give that address out to anybody? Well, somebody beat me to the facility, Tanner. The BioM facility burned down last night, Tanner. Up in flames. And if you didn't give the address out, someone else did. Looks like we got ourselves a mole. Goddamn operator program. Well, an investigative team came before me and logged the remaining evidence back at the department. But I can't access it directly. I'll have to go through the operator program. Heaven on earth, Tanner. Heaven on earth. From what I can tell, there should be some security footage there that should shed some light on what happened here. Hopefully, it won't be too hard to prove this was arson. Yeah, that's not a box of wine, is it? Can you get an ID on this guy? Damn right you will. That would have been too easy, huh? I'd like to get in the facility. Take a look around. Good Lord willing, the roof won't collapse on me. But I need a code for the door. You see where I'm going with this, Tanner? Let me see if this works. All right, I'm in. Damn it! The smoke in here will ruin this suit too. That's 2 suits in 2 days. Tanner! Well, let me see if I can find something useful. Something that the investigative team left behind. Sure as hell won't be easy. Because this place is just about burnt to a crisp. I don't know what went on here. But if you ask me, it's a pretty elaborate security system for a medical facility. While I look around, maybe you could dig more into our little arsonist friend. Anything that you can find, Tanner. I look picky to you, an ID, a link to another case, his favorite flavor of ice cream. Just give me something, all right?
If I were you, operator, I would check your caseload. Maybe you've encountered this unsavory individual before.
Charming fellow. Who's the lead on the other investigation? Ouch. Tough draw for the rook. Hold on. Looks like I found something. What the? see what I'm seeing, Tanner? Looks like our gal, Connie Moore, was a bio-impatient. I don't know. I mean, I don't think so. Passed her polygraph with flying colors. She told us the truth. Her truth, anyway. Nope. Looks like either the first responders took that info with them or it burned in the fire. Contact Skinner to update Pendle on her parking garage killer. I'm sure she'll be thrilled. I'll keep looking around here. The world's biggest ashtray. Tell me if you find out anything new about our pyro head, Tanner. And I'll contact you if I come across something on my charred end over here.
Yes, Operator Tanner? kind of information? All right. I'm forwarding the call, Tanner. But I hope you're not just sending Pendle on some wild goose chase.
Operator Tanner, what can I do for you? What? You're kidding. Okay, so our murderer likes to play with fire too, huh? This guy just gets better and better. By any chance, did any clues pop up where we might locate him? To Jenkins? So, it comes full circle, does it? Well, whatever that address is, I'll take it. Nice. So, what exactly is this place? If Wells Killer's there, I assume it's not a petting zoo. I see. Well, I'm on my way. I'll contact you when I get there. Thanks, Tanner. Maybe now we can finally book this guy. Tanner, I'm at the lab. The door was unlocked, actually. It's real weird in here, Tanner. Like everybody suddenly took off. But left all their beeping lab equipment behind. But I don't see any sign of Wells Killer. Looks like a dead... Shit!
Drop the phone. Slide your gun over to me. Slowly. On your knees, Agent Pendle.
You? How do you know my name?
You might want to close your eyes.
You don't want to do this. I'm a federal agent. Agent Walker, FBI! Drop the gun! Drop the gun! Move away from her! Now! It's locked! What did you do? Hands up! Turn around! Turn around! Hands on your head! Pendle, you okay? Walker, we have a problem here. What'd you do? Open the door now! It's not opening, Walker. Open the door now! Operator, you there? There's a bomb! This bald-headed psycho has trapped me in a room with a bomb! It's my third day! The display says 20 minutes and 21 seconds, and it's ticking down! You gotta help me here. Come right back. Understand me, Tanner? You come right back.
Yes, Operator Tanner? Stay calm, Tanner. Okay, let me think. Unfortunately, our more seasoned operators are presently occupied. I'd send a team, but they'd arrive much too late. That means... you'll have to defuse the bomb, Operator. I'm sharing the FDI's bomb defusal manual. You haven't gone through bomb training yet, but we have no choice. What I'm about to tell you is important. Do not read the entire manual. You don't have time. Stay calm and follow the instructions from the beginning. Do you understand?
There are wires, a controller, a battery, a keypad, and, a display, I guess. And operator, make sure you follow the instructions at the beginning. I really don't want to go out like this. Are you sure, operator? I hope you're right. Okay, I'm cutting the wire. Oh, it's done, but the bomb's still ticking. How do I do that? Wait. I see it. Little switch next to switched off. I hope you're right. Alright, it's cut. Here goes, operator. It's done. I'm pressing the switch. The screen is still off, but I guess that's normal. Okay, it's switched off. Please, please, please! I'm still alive. For now, anyway. Alright, I'm cutting it. Done. Here we go. I'm alive. Does that mean it worked? Oh God, thank you. I just need a few minutes. Maybe a vacation too.
I have to say, I'm impressed, Operator Tanner. Not many would have managed their way through a situation like that without the proper training. You saved the life of an FDI agent today, and preserved valuable evidence as well. Well done, Operator. I think I was wrong about you. Once you're done conversing with Agent Pendle, go home and get some rest. I'll see you tomorrow.
Operator, are you there? Thank you. You saved my life today. Look, Walker's apprehended Wells' killer. He's taken him back to the department where he'll interrogate him tomorrow. I don't know what we'll find here at the lab if we find anything at all, but I'll keep you in touch. Now I just need somebody to open this goddamn door. Thanks again, Operator. Bye, Operator.
ओके दोस्तों, आज के लिए इतना ही। मिलते हैं आपसे पहली स्ट्रीम में। तब तक के लिए गुड बाय, गुड नाइट, सायोनारा एंड जय हिंद। आज के लिए इतना ही।